New York media elite have not wanted you, Mr. and Mrs. America, to believe for 1 minute that they are on Bush's side because they don't want to look like they're propagandizing. They're never afraid of propagandizing a leftist agenda. They know that most of the people that are leftists don't even know that they're leftists. They're just stupid as hell. The media knows this. And they capitalize on that. And they keep on selling that commercial airtime. Bush is behind the 8 ball, right? The man can't win. Cheney and Halliburton. All the money that Cheney supposedly made there in that corporation, and which many of the people continue to believe that he does so to this day, even though Democrats jumped up and down and screamed for Cheney to get out of Halliburton and quit when he was being considered for by George W. Bush for the vice presidential nomination. So Cheney sold all of his stake in the company and quit. He had to sell all of his stock in that company in order to be Bush's running mate in 2000. But the media doesn't seem to think it's necessary to inform you of this. All those sweet government contracts Halliburton continues to get. It's like a cartel with Cheney. The media loves the fact that you think that is the case. They don't seek to correct your opinion of that by informing you of the truth, which is that Halliburton does things that not too many other companies can do, especially within compliance of all the OSHA regs and the EEOC regs. You have to have a certain number of minorities, and everybody has to have safety goggles, and everybody has to have this and that for a government contract job. And Halliburton, is more by the book and has jumped through all these hoops already, even when you take the war in Iraq into consideration. Clinton used Halliburton for more diverse projects than Bush and Cheney have. That would be while Cheney was in charge, right? If, however, let's say Cheney was in charge and business was lousy at Halliburton, everybody bitches that Cheney made lots of money. But what would you think about Cheney if he was in charge of Halliburton and business was lousy and Halliburton ended up losing a lot of money and shareholders ended up losing a lot of money in the value of their stock that they had invested in Halliburton, and Halliburton did not do as well as their competition for some reason, like, their stuff was too expensive, which especially in terms of government contracts would mean that the taxpayer paid them too much, right? And Cheney walked off with much of that money. If Halliburton was brought down by labor unions, let's say, the way the big three are being, then Cheney would have gotten the blame, huh? And from there, the media would have asserted, but way back in 2000, that Cheney would not have been a good running mate for vice president because look at the trouble that he caused for Halliburton. He screwed up a good company. That's what they would have been saying, man. You know it. Yeah, but you're going to miss George Bush, man. You watch once he leaves office. You want to blame Bush for everything that has supposedly gone wrong. The media has just tricked you into believing that the economy is so terrible. The fact of the matter is, however, that in whatever respect the economy is not up to the snuff of your liking, Bush tried to warn you in his first few months in office what was coming down the pike. And you didn't want to listen. You wanted to be locked in your own little dream world. The Social Security system could not sustain itself, said Bush. Something had to be done. He suggested privatizing it so you can put your money wherever you want. Your retirement. That's your retirement money, and you should be able to keep it and do what you want with it. 401ks or IRAs or whatever. That's 15% more money that you would have every year to do something with, assumedly, if you were smart, save it for your retirement. You didn't want to listen. You wanted to listen to Democrats and their media who tell you that you are not smart enough to manage your own finances for your own future. Bush tried to tell you that we need to be less dependent on foreign oil. We need to drill in the Arctic, in the Alaskan North Wildlife Refuge known as ANWR, and off the Gulf Coast and all of our nation's coastline, or as much as we needed to. There was a vote. The Anwar question was voted down during the summer of 2001, just a few weeks before the World Trade Center was destroyed by radical Muslim jihadists from oil-rich countries. Bush tried to tell you it was a bad idea to be so dependent on fuel from people who hate us, but nobody wanted to listen. You said that Bush was trying to hook up Cheney and his other cronies with oil money, and that's the only reason that they want to drill for more oil in the USA.